Hey everybody, it's Scorpion. We're gonna tear some stuff up today. Y'all hang around if you wanna watch.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright. So, any of your boards, you cut your wires off of them. So your wires with your wire. I do keep my plugs for different things. Some of this stuff is a little weird looking. I don't even remember what this was out of, but there's some pretty good copper on here. This stuff doesn't want to let go. I mean, this piece of aluminum right here is probably, too small really for me to be trying to pull aluminum off of it, but of course it doesn't want to cooperate either, so don't worry about it too much. All this stuff has got copper weight, copper. So I mean, all of them are things you can throw in with motors, or you can pull the copper off of them. And that's basically what I'm doing right now, is just depopulating some of this stuff off the board that I want. Because I mean, there's no chips or anything on the board, so I mean, there's no real reason to need any weight on it or anything, because it's really not worth much. But the copper is always worth something. So you can decide later if you want to take the stuff off of there or just throw it in with the rest. Sometimes you break the board, no big deal. Probably help if I use something bigger than this set of pliers too, but you don't always have a whole lot of room in there, so sometimes you just make do with what you got. It doesn't want to let go at all. So really it just leaves this. And sometimes you get lucky and people send you things that make noise and you can play with it. That's only if you're a kid like me. Alright, let's see. Any components on the back side that I want? I've got a couple back here. This card should be low grade anyway, so I'm gonna pull off what I want on it. Guess it's not really affecting the price.
When are you gonna do your floors?
Alright, so it makes it a little bit easier if you run a screwdriver down the side of them, especially if they're small where you can't get a hold of them real easy. Let's see. It helps take some of them pins off. And I mean, these aren't really big enough to make much of a difference, but
100.
they being that the board's not really worth much, I'm gonna take them just because that's me. And like I've said, everybody does this stuff differently. Some people want this, some want that, some don't worry about it, they send it on. But I know I can get paid for those by weight. How many will it take? Probably thousands, but that's okay too. Let's see here. If I remember correctly, for it to be an IC chip, it's got to have 3 prongs on each side, at least. Or more. It's either 3 or 4, but it's got to have it on both sides. That looks like it's basically everything that's on the board, and I don't think there's enough IC chips on there to upgrade it to anything, so send that on like it is. I hate to throw this toy away, but you know, sometimes you got to. So this is the laptop, and it's got some RAM here, so I'm still in that. This thing is already partially torn apart when I got it, because I got it from a store that works on it, so I'll just drop that in my RAM box. Don't really see anything else back here. Looks like they've pulled all the screws, so that's helpful. So not too much to this. Still that wire. There's a little something on there. There's still this one. I may pull the screen out later just to look at it and see. This one looks a lot different than most of them. I don't see a board on the side or anything like that, so it's probably not got a lot of gold that I can steal. Alright, let's see if we can't take the rest of this out. Looks like they did most of the work for me. This is pretty nice. There's an IC chip here. This is an old one. Looks like it's got some damage to the piece there. It locks it in. There we go. All that gold pins, gold goodness on there. This whole computer looks old, so I'll probably have to do a little research on some of this. See exactly what it is, because it's not going to fall in with the normal stuff. Ready to come out. See, they may have stole the mouse chip off of it. So this looks like it's a thin copper coating. might be worth taking out. That'll take out. This is probably brass pieces, so I'll probably pull those out as well, but I'm sure y'all don't want to watch all that. I did a full teardown for y'all one time already. Let's take a look at what they left us here. So, it's got silver pins on there. This looks the same. So, just throw that in the ribbon wire container. Now, if you like depopulating boards, if you're all about taking everything off of them, so all of this is IC chips here. These are IC chips, these are IC chips. I mean, this is an old board, so it's got, you know, extra. Sure, gold corner BGAs, IC chip. Some of these are probably tantalum capacitors over here. They're normally yellow or black. If you want to take that stuff off, you can. This is your, I call them IC flat pack. Some of these might be tantalums. That's a black one right there. I don't know if y'all can see, it's got that plus symbol on it right there. I'll skip it. See if I can't show you. So I may insert a picture of it for you, but it'll probably make it a little easier for y'all that way. But if you don't know what a tantalum capacitor is, that's what they look like. Whether they're yellow or black, you gotta find that plus symbol that's on there. So I will drop that in the video probably about now. And let's see what else is on here. Is there any more? I don't really see any more. They've got the line on the side, but they don't have the plus sign. The plus sign is supposed to be in that line. So, you can steal a couple chips off of here if you want, but you don't want to steal anything major because you'll devalue the board. This is a laptop board, and you don't want to get scrap value for it because you pull too much stuff off of it. I don't see anything else that I can confirm is a tantalum capacitor or anything like that. There's definitely plenty of chips on here. Some gold pins. Some of this stuff back here is going to be gold pins. If you can see in that, that's gold. Right here. It looks like that's going to be it. I'm going to remove this off of it. Because they're paying for the board, not the metal that's attached to it. So, see if I can't take all this stuff off. And then the board will be ready to go. So I'll be back with you once I get this metal off the back here. Alright, as you can see, I took the shields off. They sound like aluminum. In case y'all didn't know this, if you're new to scrapping, here's your best way to find out if it's aluminum or stainless steel, or stick a magnet on there. It's aluminum, so that goes with my aluminum. Pull those little grommets off of there. So they look like they're brass, if you can see them. But this is the board after we're done with it. throw that in with my other laptop boards. Hope this video was helpful. We'll see you next time.